So, Benjamin Franklin, he once said that we are steadfastly continue to search for the solutions to our problems. So when he did this, when he spoke about this, he was talking about chess. Chess is one of the oldest games around, really. It's been around for about 1500 years. And what we learn from chess is logic and strategy. So we're getting real life skills from playing a game. So the skills that we're using in chess, logic, strategy, so we've got planning, foresight, and taking logical steps towards a desired goal. Now with chess, your desired goal is obviously to win. You want to capture your opponent's pieces, but more importantly, you want to checkmate their king. So you're planning your moves. You're trying to anticipate what moves your opponent might make. So there's your planning and your foresight. And then you're taking the steps. You're actually acting out the moves to achieve your desired goal. So that's chess, but you might think that, well, chess isn't really for me. So there are lots of games, and most games, in fact, do, even if it's unintentional, have a certain amount of logic and strategy to them. So one of the loveliest games that I like to play is Castles of Burgundy. So there's an element of chance because you're rolling a pair of dice each turn to see what numbers you've got. But then once you know what you're doing, you can plan what you're doing, you at least can kind of figure out, well, overall, I think I want to collect these and put my pieces here to try and get to a desired goal, which is getting the most points. There are other games. Azul is a lovely tactile game. So there's some element of like logic and strategy in there. When you're trying to make, in the original Azul, you were trying to make the most beautiful tiled wall for the King of Portugal. And it has lovely tiles in it, and it looks very, very beautiful, but you're still using your sort of strategic thinking while you're doing it. And really, most games in fact do. I'm trying to think now of games that have very, very little logical strategy to them, and Cards Against Humanity doesn't really have a lot going for it in that direction. But then there's a whole world, particularly if you look at Eurogames. Eurogames are mostly around strategy and logic and what you're doing, and like whether that's making a pattern, whether it's trying to fill up a grid, whether you're making a pipeline, whatever you're doing, you usually have some element of strategy in your playing. So, life skills from board games, logic and strategy. I've been Katie from Games Explorers. Thank you for listening.